Hello, welcome to the Warriors Path CrossFit podcast, and welcome everyone to our final episode of the year, a very special one where we step back from everyday workouts and lift up something even bigger, the collective achievements of our community. This episode is dedicated entirely to celebrating you, the athletes, the movers, the grinders, the class attenders, the PR crushers, the ones who showed up day after day with grit and grin and smiles. So let's dive in. Our first area of our topic is going to be community commitment and attendance awards. This year, 2025, was a major, massive improvement for consistency for so many people in our community. We saw record numbers of classes attended month after month, showing that when we take care of ourselves and show up for each other, big things happen. Whether it's an early morning class grind or dropping off the kiddos and squeezing in your session or committing to showing up in the evening after work, wherever you fall in that description, the energy you brought was real. So let's cover some of those particulars. The attendance awards, the top two, male and female, are Pags. His name's really Robert, last name Pagliuco. And we've got Chantel, Coach Chantel. And they not only showed up over 300 sessions for the year, they also both participated in the nutrition challenge, which brought them up to 382 sessions, including nutrition for Pags, and 350 including nutrition for Chantel. So way to go, you guys. That's so massive and amazing. And I will go out and say that there's not only changes that we can see in your physique, but in your mindset as well. And I attribute so much of your success to your commitment, your dedication, your consistency, your follow through, and I could keep going on and on. But really, congratulations to the two of you for being shining stars this year at our box. The next two we're going to highlight second place, male and female, with Danielle Finkel and Jason DiVenezia. They both were in the 250 and 300 club as well. Danielle, I want to highlight her. She has been consistently in the top 3 attendance for several years in a row. I want to go out on a limb and say probably 5 years in a row that she's been that consistent. I also want to point out that she has a little baby at home, not just one. She has an older child, about 8 or 9 years old, and then she has a little baby. So this past year was, her comeback year from her postpartum journey, and congrats to Danielle. We've got Jason, who also participated with the nutrition challenge, and he's overcome some hurdles with some slight injuries, and he still manages to show up week after week or day after day. Then we've got the third place for male and female. We've got Rick, who is Pag's brother, and we've also got Kristen, and she unfortunately missed the party and the podium photos, but she got to the bricklayer wall finally, which means she's attended for longer than a year, and finally to this next holiday party, this annual award that we give out. I also want to give an honorable mention to 2 more people. Tim McQuaid, he's got over 200 sessions, and Ben Ferry, he's just shy of 200 with 191, and that's just for this year. So if these athletes have been coming to Warriors Path CrossFit for more than a year, they're in the hundreds, and some of them are even in the thousands of classes attended. So kudos to all of them, and kudos to everyone who made the committed club, whether you made it once this year, whether you made it 6, 8, 10, 12 times this year. Congrats to you. it is just so amazing to see how much progress is being made and how much fun we're having while we're doing it. So on to topic 2, PRs and progress. One of the things we always love seeing, and you delivered, was progress in real numbers, from new PRs to hitting gymnastics goals that you've worked on for months to crushing Metcons. The numbers in this section represent growth, progress, and persistence. So we're going to move on to, there were a total of 251 PRs this year collectively, combined with everyone. That's pretty freaking amazing. The total amount of pounds that were equated to PRs, meaning like how much weight was lifted in those 251 PRs that were made this year, was 454,000 pounds. Holy cow, you people are strong. So leading the PR leaderboard this year, we've got Ben. He had the highest number of PRs this year with 23 different PRs. Now that's across all different metrics, whether it's gymnastics, cardio, weightlifting, or combinations of workouts that contain some or all of those modalities. Then we've got Coach Drew with 21 PRs this year. Coach Chantel with 19 PRs this year. Brianne Ferry, Ben's wife, so consistency with family members also is a thing here. She's got 16 PRs this year. Rick, who was also on the Consistency Commitment Club leaderboard, he had 14 PRs this year. We've got Andy Schwartz, who was highlighted in a previous podcast. You can check back to that one. We learned a lot about Andy in that podcast. He is also at 14 PRs this year. I think he made Committed Club the last 2 months. I'll put a little side note in there. If you listen to his podcast, you'll know why he didn't make it to Committed Club every month, because this guy travels so much, man. I am a little jelly of all the travel and experiences that he's had over this past year. But Andy, kudos to you for coming home and staying put for a little bit, sitting down with me for a podcast, and then crushing those last 2 months this year. And that's going to earn you your ticket. I think you got a ticket to the breakfast or the brunch WOD. Then we're on to Pags, who was the first attendance. He made 13 PRs this year. Then we're on to James Seeger. Oh, another couple. I mentioned Coach Chantel made 19 PRs. Well, James is right behind her with 12. So when couples commit together, they happen to have this magical thing happen. It's pretty cool. And when they work out together, they stick together, they hold each other accountable. Then they're also really cool examples for their kids. And I could just keep going on and on about that. But then we're going to also talk about Danielle Finkel. She, again, was in the top 3 for attendance, and she made 12 PRs this year. And let me remind you, this is her comeback from having a baby year. So 12 PRs postpartum is pretty freaking awesome. Let's move on. So we're going to actually stick with the PR topic, but we're going to cover, just generally speaking, what the most PR lifts are, because Wodify gives me this information, this data, and I'm going to inform you that our front squat was the most PR'd component. Then the second was a sumo deadlift, followed up just a smidgen shy of a back squat. Actually, you know what? Sumo deadlift and back squat are tied at 10.8%. So my bad there. And then the next one is the Zercher squat. The Zercher squat is funny because we basically do that likely once a year. So that just demonstrates that people that have been here year over year improved their Zercher squat overall, because that was at 9.7%. And then the last one that we'll look at for these metrics will be 6.9% improvement on a split squat. So remember earlier I had said 454,000 pounds. That would be the first 5 scored components: front squat, sumo deadlift, back squat, zercher squat, split squat. So we got a lot of strong legs in this house. I think we better start working on some shoulders this year. I don't know, just saying. All right, so I just want to point out that this isn't about big numbers. It's about momentum. Every person that showed up and moved a piece of weight or moved their body in a way that was committed to strength, it was a testament to where all of these PRs stacked up. And all of these milestones are really a celebration of fitness. Fitness is freedom. Health is wealth. We're going to keep doing this thing. Every pound moved reflects a story of dedication, not just for our bodies getting stronger, but our mindsets shifting too. Some of the most meaningful accomplishments don't show up in data, though. Sometimes just showing up to give someone else support or high five or encouragement for hitting their goals or doing something for the first time, that is also something that we should celebrate. The way that you rallied around this fitness events, challenges, and even the moments when someone else needed that extra push, that energy is what builds our community, and that is your real year in review. What does this mean going into the next year? Well, starting in the beginning of January, we have a handful of things coming up. We have a bunch of new things rolling out, and we're going to start with January 9th. We have a goal setting workshop. It's a Friday evening, so bring your notebook, bring a pen or a pencil and an eraser in case you are uncertain of what you want to create as your goal. But we're going to sit down and have a little goal setting session that's geared towards a shorter term goal so that you have some direct, clear action steps on how to approach working on and towards that goal. And again, we will focus on showing up, consistency, putting in the work, laying down the bricks, knowing that one day it's one brick, another day it's a whole wheelbarrow of bricks. But if you just show up, eventually you'll build that wall. On January 10th, we have a coach meeting, so this is always exciting. We try to get together at least once a quarter, but we actually really try to do it more like every other month. Sometimes someone misses because of vacation or work or other things, but we try to get together, whether it's renewing our CPR certification, which we don't have to do this year because we did last January, or we get together and do a training session like looking at the coach's eye and practicing what we see and improving our skills. Or sometimes we get together and discuss ideas of improvement for what we can implement in the box that is a direct effect to you, the athletes. And this coming meeting, we're going to reflect over our last year, and we are going to come up with some hard goals for ourselves in terms of coaching skills. And we basically spent the entire month of December working on improving our presence and attitude in our class so that we can make better connections with our athletes, inspire people in different ways, and understand that we all have our own style. So no coach is going to do everything or anything the same way. But the fact that we all talk about it and try to learn from each other, and we also shadow each other's classes, give each other feedback, constructive criticism, and try to really be open to learning and open to feedback so that we can continue to grow our coaching platform for you. And then I think we're just going to wrap up. Oh, no, I have one more thing. So that was January 9th was the goal setting workshop. January 10th is our coaches meeting. And then January 11th, we're going to celebrate the last 2 months of attendance for December 2025 and November 2025. The people who made Committed Club those 2 months, both of those months, not just one, but both of those months, will be invited to a special Brunch WOD. So we're going to have a specific fun extra class where we'll all do fitness together on Sunday, the 11th of January. And then we're going to have a lovely brunch. And whether we have orange juice or mimosas or coffee or tea, we're going to sit down and eat a nice healthy meal together. Maybe there's a donut or two. I don't know. I won't tell. If you eat a donut, I won't tell. But anyway, it's going to be a thank you to the community for those of you who were able to show up week after week, especially through this hectic holiday season. And I just wanted to say thank you in a special and more meaningful way. If you didn't qualify to attend the Brunch WOD, don't feel bad. It's not like, we're looking down on you or thinking badly of you. You're still an amazing person. We will be creating more opportunities like this in 2026. So stay tuned for ways that you can stay committed, keep showing up. We're also going to be redesigning our Committed Club starting in 2026. We are going to retire the sticker program. I know. It's not that sad though, because we all have somewhere between, several or 24 or more stickers for our monthly attendance. But we're going to have a more visible and more longer term thought process behind our Committed Club, and it's going to earn you the ability to move up the wall. So everyone will have a name placard that's a dry erase magnet, and as you hit each Committed Club, you'll move up the wall. And once you reach the peak of the mountain, which would be after 12 months, you will earn the right to write on what we are going to refer to as the legacy wall. The legacy wall is somewhere in the gym that you're going to be able to write like a graffiti note, draw a little picture or something. We're going to keep it a maximum certain number of words. I think it'll be a maximum of 8 words. And we'll also make a maximum size for each person so that we can continue this legacy wall. The idea here is that you're not just building a wall for yourself, showing up day after day, laying brick after brick, but building something that is going to be part of the 4 walls of where this occurred at the box. So I hope that you find it to be a special wall that everyone, no matter what, if you move away, your message to whomever is coming after you, your message will always be there. So I guess now you have 12 months to think about what kind of message you want to put on the legacy wall. Hopefully you'll all be able to write something or draw a cool picture. And thank you for showing up, putting in the work, supporting one another, making this year to be something very proud of. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend, leave us a review. Let us know what your proudest win of the year was. Here's to a strong finish and even a stronger new year. Thanks for taking the warrior's path. Fitness is freedom. Health is wealth. Peace out.